Peace. What's going on, you guys? How you doing? I'm over here in Revelation 13. I thought I would do a little communicating a little bit about this end of times, which is, what Revelations is about, our end of times. And it's talking, this is where you're directed to for the new world order and the one world religion. All right. And it's not such a happy ending at all, because it winds up being, talking about this is where you get 666 and the beast. You have to worship the beast and stuff like that. No buying or selling. All right. Well, this is the part I want to get to. All right. This new world religion, whatever is being cooked up on the outside, that's man's making. This is not where it's being spoke of in the Bible. What this is, just one before this, all right? And 12, is a 3, right? This is a 4. 3 is an intervention, right? And what do we get in that chapter that they always, yada yada over certain parts of it? The idea that there's a wondrous thing in heaven where this woman she is cloaked in she's cloaked in the sunshine. She's got the moon at her feet and the stars in something over her head and stuff like that. That's beautiful. She has a child, and right in front of her is the demon dragon that's wanting to chomp on it as soon as it comes out of the womb, right? And so, these are really mystical, very, very spiritual stories. This is what appeared up in heaven, right? Well, that's a positive thing, because the baby makes it all the way into God's hands, and the woman flies off. She's given bird wings, to take off, whatever, symbolism, of course, and that's the part of the Bible that we read, that you and I dissect. So this is number 14, winds up being like, not 14, 13, winds up being a world. And so this is the two beasts show up. One comes up and it has this wound healed. This wound is healed. So that's a good sign. But the idea is that's you and me. That's that first beast. That's the body. And then the second half of this is the second beast. It's just the bitch, the dragon itself that gives us all this power. And they come up out of the sea, because that's meditation term. That's the whole point behind these things, is they're coming out of the ocean, stuff like that. And then we get the third one, which is the one that's got leopard skin and stuff like that. Well, that's you and me. We're confused. That's where we are. So in this particular part, Revelations 13, it's really going over where we came from in this part of the story. It's talking about where we came from, where we're going to, all right? And so it's not what someone is creating, it's what was created. And what it's talking about is just like the vow of the Nazarene, that you have to remain unclean while running around with Father. It's the first parts of us doing our works where we have to do this first. It's the same thing. And what happens in here is that this thing gave the power over everyone, whether they be free or bond, which means everyone, rich or poor, everyone comes down worshiping the beast already, lest they have a mark in their hand and or their forehead. All right. And we know what the mark is. The mark isn't that someone's going to be putting some chip under you and stuff like that. That's not what it means. It's our ticket out. No one's allowed to sell any goods or this or that unless they had this mark. So it's the same idea that you're not allowed to cut your hair and you're not allowed to drink this wine. It's the same thing. It's just different symbolism, and no one's allowed to do this until this happens. And so this is an old world, and that's what's being represented in this particular part. Everyone is made to bow down to the beast. This is the way it is, not the way it was, not the way that it's going to be. It's the way it is right now. I thought I would go through all of this with you, but I don't have to. You go through and read it yourself. You'll figure it out. Because, I've been teaching you good. It's always this: the earth and heaven. Those are your witnesses. Whoever's names show up in there in any of these stories, those are your witnesses. These are the two guys that go up with Jesus. These are the thieves. They're always the thieves. Those are the bad guys. It's always going to be your skin, and it's always going to be your mind. Part of that mind, your emotions. That's it. All right, so this was a quickie. Thought I'd say hi. Now I'm going off to do some laundry. Seriously. I'll chat with you soon. I love y'all. Take care and happy Sunday.